Good morning. Welcome back to the It'll Do Homestead. My name is Wayne. Sun hadn't quite come up yet, but I was down at the chicken coop a few minutes ago, and the bantam cockerels are starting to find their voice. It's kind of funny to listen to those guys try to crow for the first time. Not a whole lot going on today, but it is supposed to get warm, so I'm going to try to get the yard work knocked out before the heat moves in, and we'll see what we can't find to do later this afternoon to keep ourselves busy. So stay tuned. Sunflowers are blooming this morning. I just finished up mowing. I'm going to rake up some of these grass clippings, throw in that compost bin. So as you seen in the video the other day, I started my compost bin. Once I dumped that wheelbarrow full of straw in there, I was shocked at how much it's going to take to fill this bin up. Normally I mow the yard with where the black grass will blow out to the side. Today I mowed it just the opposite to try to gather this stuff up. I may have to reach out to friends and family to help me get enough material to get this compost bin going good. But for now, I'm going to try to dump these grass clippings in there. Yeah, this ain't Hollywood. There's a little bit of shaky camera going on, I know. All right, that's looking a whole lot better. Yeah, that took up a little more volume there. Now, as I said, I may have to reach out to my friends and family to help me get enough material to get this compost bin full. I'm not going to do anything crazy like rake your yard for you or nothing like that, but you get it bagged up or whatever, and I'll definitely come pick it up for free. May even throw some fresh farm eggs in there for a trade. Here I have a combination of new straw and some used straw with chicken manure mixed in, courtesy of the hens. I'm going to add this to the compost pile. Can't turn it just a little bit. I'll keep working on this for a few minutes and then see what kind of other trouble I can find to get into today. Okay, so I feel like I'm making some good progress and we're getting there. Earlier this spring we had a couple gully washers blow in, and flooded out the chicken pen. The yard is at a slope right here, and there was so much rainwater coming down that you could actually watch it as it ran down through the yard and up under the chicken run. All my straw, pine shavings in there become soaked. So to try to get away from that, I took the garden tiller out here and cut a trench around the front of the chicken coop. That way the water that comes through the yard now is diverted and goes around, but I still have a little bit of water coming off the roof itself that lands on the ground and rolls back toward the run, and everything under there becomes muddy and nasty. I've got a couple pieces of 4-inch sewer pipe laying around here somewhere. I'm gonna find them and see if I can't split them in half lengthwise and form them into some cheap homemade gutters that I can hang on the chicken run and try to catch that water that's coming off the front edge of that roof. I've located that sewer pipe. I believe it's to be like 10 foot long. I dropped it off in a shady part of the yard so I can be a little more comfortable when I work on it. The idea is to take a circular saw and cut it into 2 equal halves to form 2 pieces of guttering that I can attach to the fascia of the chicken coop. If we take a look at it, we can see that there's some writing permanently stamped on it. I'm going to take a steel tape measure and I'm going to clamp it to one end of the pipe and run it down and clamp it to the other end and use that tape measure as a straight edge. I'll see if I can't get a Sharpie line drawn out, then see if I can't get it cut. Okay, so I've got the tape measure clamped down fairly secure, and you can see about half of that writing exposed. I'm going to take a Sharpie best I can and try to draw a line right on top of that writing without moving anything. There's a bell on this end that I'm going to end up cutting off. I don't want that on my gutters. Well, that one's a little bit sloppier, but that's something to start with. Now that I've got my line drawn out, I'm beginning to wonder if that was even necessary. Maybe I could have just cut down the center of that writing and ended up with the same result. Okay, here we go. Okay, before I started cutting, I took this tape measure and I measured the outside diameter of that pipe, and I came up with 13 3/16 of an inch. Let's just assume when I cut it, the width of that saw blade was 1/16 of an inch. So now it's really should be 13 1/8 inch around. If I divide that number in half, then we come up with 6 9/16 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of this tape measure, lay it right on where I made the cut, measure around 6 9/16 of an inch, and make a mark. I'll go down a little bit farther, do the same thing, start on my cut, measure around 6 9/16 of an inch, and hopefully this will give us 2 fairly equal pieces when I connect the lines here and cut it again. So I did what I could to make this, cut this into 2 equal halves. This is going to be formed into some guttering to put over there on the chicken palace. I just need to take a look, see what kind of fittings and things I need to attach it all together. So I went ahead and threw a tape measure up to see how long the fascia is on the chicken palace, and it's 23 foot, a little over 23 foot. So I need to split another piece of that sewer pipe in half to have enough guttering to complete this project. I attached 3 pieces of sewer pipe together to get to the desired length I needed. I also left the bell end on. It's this piece right here that's larger. What I did was I put some self-tapping screws in here to join the guttering together. I originally planned on attaching the guttering to the fascia using some structural screws to run through it. Then I realized that's going to make it quite permanent and I won't be able to take it apart to do any maintenance on it if needed. I ended up going to Lowe's to get some clips that are actually made for hanging guttering. They were kind of pricey. With tax, it was about $36 total for 7 of them. They actually clip onto the guttering like that, and you attach them to your fascia. We got a total of 7 of them spread out down the length of the chicken pen. On the upstream end, or the highest point of the guttering, I attached just a regular 4-inch cap with a self-tapping screw. On the other end, I had this fitting that'll snap on the guttering like the clips that'll accommodate a downspout. I had all the parts on hand except those clips, so I'm going to have a little bit less than $40 invested in this guttering. I still need to bend this downspout at an angle back to the 4x4 post and down, but it's been a long day and I'm really hungry, so we're going to call this project done and it'll just have to do. Catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.